Can't even... Oh man, I'm running out of battery. Hold on, let me turn the thing off and turn it back on again. Hey! Hey, this is Miles. My name is Miles, and this is the podcast I do, and I'm running out of battery. Shoot, I turned it off and turned it back on again, and sometimes it works, and today it doesn't. You get the picture. Yo, I do a podcast, and I didn't script this episode, and this is like my fourth try trying to record this one, so, Merry Christmas, to all you Christmas-worshipping people out there. Holding it down for, Saint Nick. Keeping it festive. People keep texting me and it keeps distracting me. Let's talk about the weather here in sunny Chicago. It's January. It shouldn't be sunny. It shouldn't be warm, but it's sunny and it's warm. And you know what? That's okay because it gets colder throughout the rest of the week. And soon it's going to be very cold. Soon the traditional Chicago cold will settle upon us like a malaise. And my roommate, who lives in Chicago, he's from Chicago, will be greatly pleased, and I will suck it up. Good times, good times. It's a reasonable compromise, I think. It should be getting colder. It should be snowing, I'm told. Well, I know it should be snowing, because I was here last year in Chicago, and it snowed last year. It snowed in December, but it is not currently snowing. Right now, it's high 40s and low 50s. No significant wind. It is a beautiful night out there in Chicago. You know, speaking of the weather, I am presently reminded by all this talk of how cold it should be of when I was in my senior year of high school. This is a couple years ago. We had President's Day off, right? We had President's Day off, and it was good. It was good. But then it started to snow. And it snowed, and it snowed, and it snowed, and then Tuesday, there was such an abundance of precipitation that we had a snow day. It was good. It was good. Then it kept snowing. It snowed, and it snowed some more. Than Wednesday, we had Wednesday off, for crying out loud. And this was a surprise, you know? But you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's more time to sit and lounge around the house and enjoy the warmth of one's own boiler, one's own ventilation system, play video games or whatever it was I was doing in the 12th grade. Maybe go out and shovel the driveway. Now, I don't know if they still do this in Cincinnati. They probably do. But this is an innovation that they conceived while I was there. That at a certain threshold of coldness, they would cancel school because they didn't want small children waiting for the bus in the cold. That they would get frostbite, and then they would be injured, and then the school district would be sued, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. So they would cancel school, and on Thursday, the temperature plunged. It was ridiculous. So we had Thursday off. So we had President's Day off because President's Day, then 2 snow days, and then a cold day. This is after the governor had restored, because when I was in like the 6th grade, Strickland cut our quote-unquote calamity days down to like 3, but then Kasich bumped it back up to 5 when he was in office. I'm debating whether or not to make overarching judgment about John Kasich based on this one fact, but that's probably a bad idea. I'm not talking about politics. You'll notice that the inauguration has recently happened, and I am not talking about it. That is because if I talk politics, I want to know what on earth I'm talking about. I am not prepared to talk politics. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I am not prepared to talk politics at this moment. I will be prepared at some point in the far future. Hopefully when I'm done with this podcast. I digress. We had 4 days off in a row. At that point, I mean, I don't think it mattered, you know? But it was cold on Friday, too. It was incredibly cold on Friday. And we had school cut off a fourth time. We had the entire week of President's Day off. It was magical. It was like a once in a lifetime event, and I was there, and I look back on those days, those 5 days, with fondness, with nostalgia, through the haze and fogginess of memory. That was fun. It's an interesting thing, snow days. Because the older I get, the less, snow is great, but the less enthusiastic I get about it. Because there was a time when snow meant snow days. There's a time when snow was this wonderful thing, and it would blanket the world, and you would have the day off, and you would throw snowballs, and so on. Then I got older. Suddenly, snow meant shoveling, and snow meant cold, and I became cognizant of the cold. I became cognizant of how unpleasant it was to be cold, and it acquired not an aftertaste. Aftertaste is the complete wrong word, and I don't know why I just said it out loud. It acquired an undertone of, well, it was uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, you know. It's cold and it's dry but wet at the same time. So you sit indoors and watch television, browse the internet. But, you know, now I'm at college and I don't have any snow days at all. And, well, what does that mean for me now? What am I going to think about snow now that there is no chance of some great reward coming from it? I could just walk to class. I walk to class. So it doesn't matter to me whether or not it snows. Except, do I wear my boots? Do I not wear my boots? Which coat do I wear? Do I wear my medium coat, my heavy coat? Which scarf do I wear? These are the sudden adult considerations I have to deal with. Before, you know, it was just, there was that hope against hope. Sometimes it was hope into hope. Sometimes you just knew. But there was that hope, that element of hope. And even a 2-hour delay was worth it. But they wouldn't delay class because it's cold. Chicago, it's always cold. It's amusing to go to other places and watch them complain about the cold. Oh, it's 30 degrees. Oh, it's 25 degrees. I'm turning into one of those people. That judges people because they don't know what cold is, quote unquote. I'm not worried about it. Because, you know, some people don't know how good they have it. When I was young, I didn't know how good I had it. When I'm older, I won't know how good I have it then. Right now, I probably don't know how good I have it. You don't know what you have until you sit down and look deep inside yourself and ask, why am I satisfied? Why am I dissatisfied? You have to know yourself in an emotional sense. Like Socrates or whoever said. There was a wise man of Greece who said once that you had to know yourself. I'm not a big fan of Greek philosophy, so I don't actually know who it was. It doesn't really matter. I am in a ruminative mood now, as the food settles in my stomach from my dinner. I'm in a ruminative mood and I feel all right. I am satisfied. I'm satisfied because right now I don't have to worry about what scarf I want to wear. I don't have to worry about these boots, those boots. I don't have to worry about bundling up, trying to minimize my exposure. There are other things I have to worry about, but that's not one of them right now. And for that alone, I have it all right now. For that alone, I'm satisfied. So it'd be nice to get a random week off of college because it snows, and then it's painfully, dangerously, don't go out, spare your children cold. That would be nice. But it's not a deal breaker. Good talk. Good talk, guys. I'll see you next week. Signing off.